All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another Speedpaint. I say another because I make so many of these normally on my own channel. I think this is the first for this one though. And joining me is gonna be all these other nerds, and we're gonna watch this beautiful Speedpaint together.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
God, I keep looking at this and I keep thinking, this took me 5 hours.
Oh my goodness, but it turned out so beautiful though.
It did.
It did.
I think it turned out really nice, but it's still stressful just thinking that this was 5 hours.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure it would have taken a lot less time if your laptop or computer, whatever you were using, wasn't weird about you recording and everything.
Yeah, but also, granted, because of my computer system, I have to constantly stop the recording. But
yeah,
the recordings themselves all together was still 5 hours.
No.
It took me longer to record it because of all the pauses I had to do in between. But
jeez.
the actual draw time, 5 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
Bruh.
I mean, considering it was a lineless speed paint, it does make sense that it would be that long.
Lineless, and you had to make it feel like a painting.
Yeah, I don't normally make things like paintings, because I notoriously hate painting. I don't know, it's just I could never get into it. I haven't practiced it too much, so I'm not very good, and it's just, I don't know, I just never particularly enjoyed the experience. So it was weird having to create something that would essentially be a painting, but try not to actually paint for it. And the solution was to go lineless for me.
It turned out great.
Thank you. I figured it was a big enough difference from my normal style that I can pass this off as a painting.
Yeah.
In universe, anyway.
And now we get to watch the condensed version.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very much just cookie cutter. I just have to... The whole process is just putting these pieces together. One weird arm at a time.
Your arms are fine. Shh.
They are.
They are.
No, I mean, I think they're alright. It's funny the way I had to construct them.
Oh yeah, I'm really interested in seeing how you did Will's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Will
was my
is
favorite.
Will, spoiler alert, is going to be last, so you're gonna have to wait a while. But he's worth it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes sense, because the finished product and everything, and he's got the bony bits that are kind of showing through.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it with the tiny preview of the giant thing, but he's a little skeletonly.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, he is half skeleton.
I can't believe I made up a whole race just to justify him being part skeleton.
I have to make up an entire spell for my campaign, so...
Yeah, you make the spell. I made, a group of people, and they all fucked, skeletons, so...
It's
So
mainly
who's worse?
Melissa. It's mainly Melissa.
Melissa's a dirty skeleton fucker.
Is Melissa bad for fucking a guy who's part skeleton, or is it Will is bad for being the product of his parents fucking the skeleton? Who's worse?
I mean, both.
Hey, he's just the product.
That is true.
She's the Osby. He doesn't have a say though. He's just
skeleton.
I know quite a number of people who would fuck a skeleton. I think probably most of the Undertale fandom. Not throwing them under the bus. But...
See, I was waiting until you mentioned the Undertale fandom. I just knew it was coming at some point in this video. Oh, 5 minutes in, of course.
I want it
I mean,
on
I
record.
wasn't being like, oh man, no one has ever wanted to fuck a skeleton before now, because God knows people have wanted to fuck skeletons before.
Look, people wanted to fuck
Undertale
worse,
was the first
so...
one didn't want to do it.
People have wanted to fuck other weird, strange things. I don't even think that it's particularly weird that the Undertale fandom is... Oh, my voice came out for a sec. I don't think it's particularly strange that the Undertale fandom is weirdly obsessed with fucking skeletons. There's... People draw porn of My Little Pony. Like... There's a lot of weird shit out in the internet.
Oh, there's way worse.
Yeah.
Way worse.
And that's probably nowhere near the worst. It's just... loud.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not actually kink shaming. But, yeah, I mean, I just think it's funny in the context of this D&D nonsense. Somebody fucked a skeleton.
It's just really weird how we're only on Melissa and we're talking about skeleton fucking.
Well,
I mean, to be fair, she did in fact fuck the skeleton.
well, she fucked a semi-skeleton, so...
It's like we're just looking like in her eyes. That's right.
This is the face of a true skeleton fucker.
You thought right.
Fuck. Looking in her eyes.
Not only that, she also fucked a satyr, was it?
I don't know how
Satyr.
to say it. Satyr. I hate
Satyr.
hate the
Satyr,
name.
yeah.
Satyr.
'Cause
It's so hard to pronounce.
it's not so much that it's hard to pronounce, but it's just that it doesn't look like that's the way it would be pronounced. For me,
Yeah.
anyway. And that's what throws me off as somebody who's, like, very bad at pronouncing words.
Join the club.
I created this club.
That's true, you did.
It's a beautiful club.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's only because I grew up with like Percy Jackson and stuff that I remember how to pronounce satyr when I see the word.
Okay. Real quick, though, I hate these seashells. They took me forever to figure out the lines.
I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Struggle.
I don't like seashells, apparently. I didn't realize I didn't like them
uh,
until now.
yeah, drawing seashells are a little bit difficult to do.
Yeah.
Because I tried doing that on my end and it didn't turn out so good.
It's hard. And I hated it. So I cheated.
I mean, that's not cheating. That's just typical art shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no cheating in art. It's skill.
Yeah.
Don't
Skill at cheating.
It's just to like make the art process a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
So you don't have to waste time like
It's not cheating.
trying to get it right.
Yeah, I mean, I use cheating in a very loose sense as just me joking.
Because otherwise that graniting tool that you use would also be cheating.
Don't come at my granite
Gradient.
tool. Gradient. Damn it!
It's gradient.
Grading, damn it.
You mispronounce it and that caused me to mispronounce it. And now I look like a fool.
I've been pronouncing I mean, I'm the bigger fool. I've been pronouncing it wrong my entire life.
You made me look like a fool on the internet.
Oh man, yeah. But yeah, the gradient tool is the only thing that kept me sane throughout this, so please don't come at it.
I really do love
I mean,
the
I'm
gradient
just saying,
tool.
if you're gonna be calling shit cheating,
The gradient tool is a lifesaver.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any comment on it because I still use Paint Tool Psi, and it doesn't have that.
Paint Tool Side 2 does.
I have to do my shit. I have to do my grading by hand, bitch.
Watercolor.
You can
brush.
you can easily solve that by either using a watercolor brush or a airbrush.
Yeah.
I think watercolor brush works well.
I mean, that's how originally that's how I used to color my hair before I started using the gradient tool.
Yeah, for
Just
me, I
using
use
blur tool.
I mean, I'm using a lot of gradients now, but under normal circumstances, I use watercolor, and I use the gradient to just kind of like mesh it a little bit better. But
Right.
it's mostly just watercolor.
Yeah.
Which, fun fact, I also am very iffy about watercolors, just like I am about painting, because it's hard. But I'm getting better with watercolor, at least like the digital version.
Yeah, watercolor is hard to do. I mean, I remember in this one art class that I remember this one art class in high school I had to take. I had to do a picture of some type of dinosaur, and that had to be in watercolor. And
Ooh.
God,
I had to draw a dinosaur once, but that was for an animation class, and I did it
Which
because
is
I
still
wanted
on
to.
your channel. I love it.
It is. It's so old.
It's so cute.
I mean, drawing the dinosaur wasn't the hard part. It was the watercolor.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy that at all.
Yeah, not bad.
Watercolor, like actual watercolor, gives off such a nice look, though.
It does.
It does. That
That's
I
cute.
will agree on.
Just not skillful enough to do it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That thing with the seashells was cute, by the way, the seashell pattern.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I
Welcome.
cheat with
was.
all of my patterns that way. Oh man, condensing so many layers.
Too many layers.
Too many layers.
I do feel like that does like help out. That does immensely help out with
Oh,
the
you need to have 1,000,000 layers for this shit.
Yeah.
That's not an option.
yeah. It's just that if
Condensing
you're
them
doing
later
medium
helps
layers,
figure out what layer is what.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So you don't necessarily have to freak out if you actually on the wrong layer.
Or you're just like, you see like a layer where you've done like a little bit of stuff, and then you just stare at it like, what the fuck was this layer for?
Why do we even
As
have
I've
that
done.
layer?
Why do we even have that layer?
And then you delete the layer, and then you're like, oh wait, I remember what that layer was for.
The nightmare scenario.
Those seashells are adorable.
Thank you.
They're super
I like
cute.
those seashells.
Definitely.
Question.
There might be
question.
an answer.
What was the highest amount of layers that you can recall ever doing for a piece?
Oh, I don't know.
Hmm.
Mostly because Fire Alpaca does a really weird thing with its layer system.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I
it
might
does.
know what you're talking about.
So basically, let's
It's
say.
Josh.
Oh yeah, now we're moving on to Josh.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Baby Josh.
I have to talk about layers. That's more important than Baby Josh. That's not true. Baby Josh is the most important. But basically, the idea in Fire Alpaca is, let's say you have 3 layers, just 1, 2, 3. Let's say you delete the second layer. Now you only have 2, but if you decide to make another one, it's going to be labeled as layer 4.
Yeah, it does that, and like, to be honest, I really hate that. When it
The
does
side
that,
does the same thing.
I know, but it's still obnoxious.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I've had some files that go up to, like, 100 layers, and it's just like, dude, I know that there's only, like, maybe 40 layers here. You need to calm down.
That's my one animatic file in a nutshell. Oh boy. I need to finish that at some point.
I hope that it gets released before this.
As in terms of using
not.
the most layer when it comes to art on my end, I actually don't know how many layers it took me. It usually takes me, or the most I did.
The most that whenever like it comes to a record-breaking number of fucking layers, it's always because I'm drawing ladybug, any kind of ladybug, because like I do one spot, I copy it, and then I paste the rest into place. So that ends up with at least like an extra 20 or so layers.
Oh my goodness. You could just merge them.
I mean, yeah, I do in the end, but like until then, it's like I gotta like paste all the spots together.
Well, I'm talking about like total like layers, not condensing any of them.
Oh, that usually doesn't take very long. I don't use a whole lot of layers when I'm like just doing a normal picture. I think the most that I've done without really condensing is maybe might actually have to check an art piece, like, because it depends on if I decide to go all fancy with like lighting and shading and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But a good portion of the time when I do pictures, it's maybe about four layers at the most.
Wow,
because like it'll be the back, because it'll be the background, the sketch, the background sketch, line art, and then I get rid of the and then I clear the sketch layer and use that as my color.
Oh, I see. I always keep the sketch layer, so that probably explains why I have way more stuff.
Yeah, I tend to keep my sketch layers for as long as humanly possible.
I keep them forever.
Ideally forever.
I know with me when I'm doing art by myself, sometimes I keep the sketch layers, sometimes I don't. It switches between the two.
I mean, sometimes I'll keep the sketch layer, but at that point, it's very rarely. And that's really only if I like want to add in like little silly sketches afterwards.
Mm.
But for the most part, I don't keep the original sketch.
I usually just keep the sketch because it has a lot of good information on it still. Like, I make my notes about what kind of colors I'm going to use in the sketch and stuff like that. And then by the time, like...
I
guess it's just me. Cool.
Never pre-plan. We ad-lib like men.
I was gonna make that joke. I wasn't entirely sure what to say though. Thank you. I do like that joke though. That's like one of my favorite jokes ever. Jokes, that's a fucking meme.
It is a meme at this point, but can't it be both?
True.
I guess getting back to the Speedpaint with, I will say that, two of the people in this Speedpaint are actually my characters. They're both, they're both Will and then Melissa. Melissa
was the first one that we saw done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Melissa is a short woman.
The one in Seashell Hell.
And Will.
Seashell Hell.
and the other character is the
guy we haven't gotten
is the
yet.
tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the tall dude his name is Will.
Yo.
I know. Look at that.
I have a problem making really tall characters. I mean, Will is by far the tallest. He's 6'7".
It's ridiculous and unnecessary.
Yeah,
He's so
yeah,
tall.
yeah, he's really tall.
I do want to point out real fast that you're just like, oh, yes, I have 2 characters here. And for a second, I legitimately couldn't remember which one was yours and which one was mine. And I wish I was joking, but
Well,
I'm
technically
not.
there are 4 characters, because then, like, Josh and Lily. Who's like,
We'll get to the babies in a moment.
yeah.
Well, we will
I think
get
they're
to
actually
children
next.
in a moment. Yeah.
They're coming up soon.
I mean, Josh is already done.
Yeah.
That is true. Will is my character. Both Will and Melissa are my characters.
And now to the
in terms of
bees.
adults.
It's Regina.
I didn't mean to cut you
As-
off, Thunder. I'm just very excited about these very tiny babies that I made.
Oh, yeah. No worries. I mean, the tiny babies is fucking adorable.
Oh, yes, I was still messing with how I was going to do skeleton stuff.
A preview of Will.
I didn't really know how I was doing, and then I realized the white part's dumb. Let's... Oh, I haven't come to that conclusion yet. Wait a second. Okay.
Looks like you have now, so now
Yes.
there's only black. Regina!
Bettina.
Flap.
Okay. Speaking of the small adorable kids.
Yeah. This little tadpole that I call a
there
child.
are also 2 characters on mine.
I don't know how merfolk bones work. Clearly.
I don't know either.
I
Probably could have, like, asked Candace.
That's a really good
do I
attempt.
look like I really wanted to be like...
Anatomically correct.
Yeah, exactly. This is all fantasy. Fantasy physics, fantasy anatomy.
Yeah.
Flap.
Tiny arms.
Thunder, you
Look
were
at those
saying?
little tiny arms.
Oh, look at her. She's so cute.
She's so tiny and I love her. And she's
always.
always tiny.
Regina's always tiny.
Although this is like a little much.
Yeah.
Quick question. Are we releasing this before or after Regina is introduced?
Probably
I would
after.
say after.
Definitely
After.
after.
It's Lily!
Cool.
Yep, now we're on to Lily.
Aw, Lily, my precious daughter.
Yep.
So many freckles.
I know. But there isn't much of Lily right now, so it's not too dramatic.
This is true, but like originally she has way too many freckles.
Thank God for the fact that we've all found freckle brushes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Thank goodness. If we didn't find the freckle brushes, I
Thank
would have lost my
fuck.
mind trying to do her freckles.
It's just, it would be too much, man.
Yeah.
We've all just kind of, like, thanked God that people have made freckle brushes.
Yes.
We all have so many characters with so many freckles.
Technology is now.
Yep.
Oh, look at her little arms.
Look at little arms.
They all get little arms.
This is true.
Lily's asleep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As they all probably should be, because they're basically just fetuses. Or fetusi. But I made them little tiny babies because my heart desired it. And making them like tadpoles for whatever reason is just fun. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because babies. they're
Yeah.
baby fishies.
This is true. Even the
They're
ones that aren't
fish.
fishies are fishies.
And I don't think it was ever explained in D&D canon how merfolk or what was the other one? Tritons are, procreate. So anything goes, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
It wasn't
fantasy races is weird.
Yeah. But that's what but that's what's so great about D&D. I mean, you can ultimately
Make up the shit
decide
as
like
you
how
go.
they came to be. Yeah.
Yep.
D&D, where the rules don't matter and everybody's gay.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Little arms.
You have little baby arms. They're so good.
What else should we talk about in this commentary?
About how cute they are, I can talk about that for years.
They are super adorable. I will agree on that.
Adorbs. I still love Regina's little blip.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Love her.
But
She's just
Thunder,
an
did you have
adorable
something
child.
else to say beforehand? I know we kept like talking about how cute everyone is.
What was there? Oh yeah, that's right. I was just about to talk about whose character is who.
Oh. I don't know. That line starts to blur after a while.
Yeah. So getting back to that, I know, two characters right off the bat that are mine is Lily, the one with the orange hair.
The tiny baby with the orange hair.
With all the freckles.
Yeah, she has so many freckles originally. It's insane. And the other character is Josh,
Who's this slightly larger baby with orange hair that's in Melissa's
who
arms.
is 90% hair.
He's 90% hair, guys.
As they should be.
Josh is literally 90% hair.
He is.
It's not even as a baby!
His
When
hair
he's
is
like
so
older,
long.
he's still like 90% hair.
This is true.
It's Will.
Yep, this is the
Yeah.
moment
It's
you've all been
Will!
waiting for.
This is Will. Will also has like so much freckles himself. So it does so it does make sense that Lily has so much freckles.
Everyone gets freckles. You get freckles, and you get freckles.
Me at any character I end up adopting, basically.
It was like, this character
It's just-
wasn't supposed to have freckles? Well, guess what's happening? They
Maddie.
have freckles now.
So
Maddie.
Anyway, yeah, Lily and Josh are my characters. Regina is Shy's character.
Yep.
And both and the two and the other two characters whose name is Jupiter and Sirius, they're both mine and Shy's.
I'm telling you, the lines are just starting to blur.
Yeah.
You guys spend way too much time together.
Yeah.
All of your
Your verses
OCs.
are all interconnected.
Yeah, just... You can't separate them now.
Yeah.
Which
They're
is fine.
cool.
I don't mind.
Yeah, and yeah, same here. I don't.
If I do mind,
don't
I've
mind
picked
that
a very
either.
bad life decision. Let's see, our characters are super connected. What should we do about it? Let's make a Dungeons and Dragons podcast. That would totally rectify this.
No. Nope, it did not.
And it totally won't make the situation worse in terms of character separations.
You're doing a wonderful job as a DM, by the way.
Thank you.
I do. I
That's not going to
still
save you
love,
from the monsters, but thank you.
I mean, we're not trying to bribe you. We're just stating a fact here.
Mhm.
We weren't?
I still love how you did Will's design in this.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that bone thing is really cool.
It's
Yeah.
super cool and super spooky.
Yep.
just in time for Halloween, but it's not gonna.
I was actually about to say that too.
I mean, we're probably not releasing this anytime soon. Maybe just around, like, Spookmas? Is that how you say Spooky Christmas?
Yeah.
Christmas.
Christmas.
But just so everybody knows, we're recording this audio and everything on like October 22nd.
They don't need to know that. It's a secret to everybody.
Too bad I just told
way too
everybody.
Damn
much
it.
backlog.
He gets 2 rings, 1 for each one. And they also have rings, but I just did not bother to put them in a pose that allowed me to show that.
I just
Gee, well, how come you get 2 wedding rings?
because I have 2 beautiful ladies.
That's also a favorite joke. Meme thing.
Yep.
Oh my god, I didn't notice the little X's in his eyes. That's cute.
Yeah, it's because
I love how you do your eyes, like how you like put little symbols in them sometimes.
Yeah, I like doing that for every once in a while. I think it, I don't know, it kind of helps to push certain things that I'm going for.
Lord, I especially remember when you did that for like all the gods in like your guys' like original version
don't
of
talk about that,
Gods
but
Among
yes.
Men.
We don't talk about that.
Those are
Deb. How
dark
dare you?
things, but
Another
I was
fantasy
commenting on the
thing.
fucking arc. Arc,
I
God.
know. we know. We just
we know,
we're just
and we
being
love
obnoxious.
I know. I was
But,
just being obnoxious back.
but yeah,
I did like you did that for the hair shines too.
yeah, I did it for the hair shines. I remember
Mhm.
it more for the hair shines, and
Yeah.
I think it's just, for the most part, I tend to make this pretty uniform, but because it's so simple, every once in a while, I want to do something maybe a little bit more fancy. So I'll throw in like a cute little shine, or if I want to like push an expression a little bit, maybe I'll put like little hearts in the eyes or something. But it'll be subtle,
It's cute and I love it when you do it.
because what am I, a heathen?
Is that a rhetorical question? Because I think we all know the answer.
Look, no one needs to know how bad I am, so just...
I mean, we made a podcast where you were basically the god of this world.
It's true. Ah, such power. I don't want to give it up. I'm gonna have to, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm.
But then you get to be a player, and that's going to be just as fun.
Yeah.
It is just as
Mhm.
fun.
And you don't have to write anything.
That's gonna be the funner part.
Yeah, and then the
I'm
writing's
no
gonna go
longer-
to me, and then I'm gonna be dying inside.
Yup, you get to know my pain. Yay!
I mean, to be fair, we all eventually gonna be feeling that later on.
Yeah, and then
yeah,
I get to
but like
suffer
you're
again.
last.
That is true.
You don't get to
I
talk
don't think
thunder.
we-
You have lance.
I don't think we ever talked about what was it? The order in which we're doing this. So the next campaign after Shy's is going to be Deborah's.
Yeah. Just so y'all know. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I was
so y'all know,
gonna go for it,
it's-
and then I'm like, no, I don't like the skulls. Now it's
Ooh,
gonna
that
be a
feather's
bunch
cute,
of
though.
leaves, and by leaves
Oh,
I mean
look at-
feathers.
Oh,
Those
look
feathers
at
are
the
cute.
feathers.
So beautiful.
Get it? Because there's a whole like Raven Queen under. Yeah, I'm clever.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, like
I mean,
my.
I mean, like to be fair, to be fair, Will is the Raven Queen.
Sometimes, but that's a different
Sometimes.
story. Also, I
Not
realized
this
we're
one.
coming very close to the end. We got 20 seconds.
Oh,
Oh yeah, so the time has passed. Thank you for joining me on this Speedpaint adventure.
It was a lot of fun.
Bye.
Bye.
It was a good.
Wow.
Bye.
Wow.